we're here. Oh, I was going to do this, wasn't I? I was going to put this back. We had a day running around as that Sherlock, but today we're going to run around as the, classic default game Sherlock. Welcome back, everybody, to Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. Last time, we were running around, we finished the case of the elephant. Done. We decided to convict Arthur something, forgotten his name now, Swift? Something like that, begins with S. Anyway, we convicted that guy, the archaeologist. What's his name? I've got to look now. Yeah, Swift. Arthur Swift. I convicted him, and we sent him down for it, like, you are a bad, bad boy. Thought you bought a sound mixer, you got a crack mixer. I know, right? Ugh. Yeah, a totally innocent guy. Yeah. And the more I think about it, the more I'm sure this was the guy. Like, because I have to ask myself, why would Paul Perks have even been at that fence with his knife? With his bosun's knife? That's the kind of thing he would just have, like, dressed like that, just, why would I guess she rather, not he. We know that Paul Perks is a she. They. We'll go with they again. Why would Paul Perks be there with the knife if they were going to dart the elephant? They didn't need the knife for that. Whereas this guy has tools all over his damn chest. He might have gone there dressed like that. We noticed one tool is missing from his thing, and that doesn't even come up in conversation. Sherlock Holmes for real would have pointed that out, but that was me noticing. And it's on the side of his breast pocket, on the left side. There's an open loophole there where the knife could have easily slotted in and could have fallen out when he was thrown against the fence. So that's one of the reasons I believe it was him, and the other for him protesting, I wouldn't use a knife, I hire people to cut rope. And yet, at the same time, he's the kind of guy that gets down on his hands and knees digging in a dig site and went on a bit of a tirade about how he likes to do the work himself, and that his country club fellows at the museums and professors at universities get bent out of shape if they have so much as a speck of dirt on their shirt. And it's like, but you hire people to cut rope for you, do you? Fuck you. Quite honestly, no idea how other options look, because I chose the same. Oh, okay. Well, it's a good thing we're in the same mind, then. So, yeah, we convicted Arthur Swift, and then I went off to do the Child of Cordona stuff. We also did one of the M missions, and have probably encountered our first run-in with Moriarty, where we had to go and intercept some collect some communications files or something from an operative working for Mycroft and bring it back to someone else, and found that person was dead in an accident that could very well have been staged, manipulated into happening, and then a guy who had, broken into this agent's apartment and stole the files, and we followed their blood trail from the broken glass that they climbed through to where they were on a bridge, and then they behaved very weirdly. They were kind of staring off into space, almost like they were terrified of something, and said that they wished they'd never done this, and they would have been better off not knowing, and next time, someone asks you something to do something, you don't want to know, you really don't want to know, and you don't want to know the truth, trust me. And then he jumped off the bridge, and it's like, what the fuck was that all about? Although I'm still a fan of my theory that Mycroft has psychologically conditioned Holmes to kill people. Because all we got was a view from below the bridge, and then the guy went, and fell off the bridge, and it's like, did we just push him? John, how could you push that man? We already have an imaginary friend, so, he's already crazy enough. I'm not putting it past this game. But we started doing the Child of Cordona stuff. We were figuring out about the dinosaur bone, and then remembered memories of Toby the dog. Yeah, Mycroft could and would totally do that. I'm going to add would to that statement. He could and would do that. So, we found out about Toby the dog, and he helped, chase off some bullies, and then they went to a place they thought was a haunted old factory, and it turned out it was just full of slavers, who were abducting people from the town, and they were going to abduct Sherlock, and then Toby jumped in and, you know, basically attacked them, and then they ran off, and they never saw Toby again, and then they left Cordona the next day anyway. So, yeah. And then when we got close to this place, we overheard near the church where we started this, oh, there's a murder we could solve. Apparently, a priest has had his hand severed. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Never mind. We'll keep going. I meant to go this way. I meant to go this way, guys. Yeah, get out of my way, boy. I didn't mean to go this way. Jesus Christ, Matt. Learn left from right already. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm just gonna barge through everybody. Excuse me, coming through. Oh, yep, get out of the way. Okay, so, do we have this? Oh, I don't. Where is it? Saints and Sinners, there we go. People are talking about a priest who was found dead with his hand severed. Let me talk to this lady here. Hi.
May I ask you something?
No, sir. I won't talk to you.
Okay, I might need to dress up as a local. I might need to be a local yokel in order to do this. This guy might want me to dress up as, like, helping hands as well. Let me quickly hide back here amongst the apples or oranges or whatever. We will dress up. We will disguise. Yeah, Sherry needs to be loco. Absolutely. I could maybe look like the authorities. We'll try that second. For this one, do we need to look? I don't know why this disguise here gives us a hobo slash whatever that is look. That doesn't look very hobo-like, does it? Let's be fair. Yeah, no. But we don't need to look like we do now, which is, you know, a posh guy. Obviously, they want us to be the ice cream man. No. Do I have any local stuff? I really don't. Interesting. Apart from this, I don't know why this is a local thing. That's even better. Alright, yes, we're gonna wear, again, the Victorian-era tracksuit and Victorian Adidas. We'll squat in the corner and drink some vodka.
May I ask for your assistance?
I'm sorry. I don't know anything.
Okay, well that doesn't help. What about this gibbering person here? Hi.
Excuse me, just one question.
I would like to help a companion in misfortune, but I know nothing about this.
Everyone's looking at us, Sherry.
Shut up,
You sure
John.
you know what you're doing?
Yes, I do. Maybe I'm just supposed to find some evidence? I don't know. Let's have a look around. Let's ask this guy. Hi.
Do you know anything about this?
You street folks should be illegal.
Okay, Jesus, way to be judgmental. Maybe he needed to talk to a worker. Yes, Ice Cream Man totally looks like a miner. Yes. Working on a fun side project. Ooh, do tell. Give me the details. Huh. Okay. Well, I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to pursue this one. Because there's nothing in the immediate area. Can I just go into the church? I probably can't. No. It doesn't look like the kind of door you can go into. It looks like a solid set piece, so... Yeah. But apparently the priest was found from this church with a severed hand. He's dead. He's dead, Jim. Okay. Well, let me instead offer this guy an ice cream. Let's... I'm still just so happy that this let me get into the freaking archaeological site as a worker. Oh, you look like a man of action and work. Yes! Look at me. I'm ready to dig. Hi.
Help me, please.
I like you, friend, but I can't help you.
Okay. So, I'm in the right disguise, but he doesn't have any information either. That's no good. I wonder if we need to instead... Yeah. So, Surprise, it was me, Sherlock Holmes, all along. Fool. If we need to... If we need to go to the police station or the newspaper, maybe. And see if we can get starting details there. That might be it. So if we just follow this road all the way down, left, and across the bridge and stay with that road. Cool. Please give me a mini-map. A local copy of the entire globe, down to individual streets, running on my own server, or even the phone, without the need for the internet. Ooh, nice. So like a full Google Maps offline type thing. Sounds like a big file size. I would think so. About 100 to 170 gigabytes. Only 100 to 170 gigabytes. You're into? That's a big file size. Although you may have handled bigger, I'm sure, but to some of us, that's a big file size. For a single file. A collection of files, that would be different, I guess. If it was a collection of small files adding up to that, okay, fair enough. But one file? That's pretty big. But then again, that's probably only the average Call of Duty installation with every uncompressed audio from every language on Earth ever, you know, like they tend to do, because they're idiots. Activision just don't seem to have a concept of people only really need their game to be in one language, and maybe let us just install and select the only one.
Kill the boy. I've never seen Giorgio so angry. I hope the kid's safe.
What is this? Really now? What happened to the boy? Okay. Urchins? Nope. Good reason? No. Assaulted and chased. Street pickpockets. Silver watch. Fortune teller kid. Old acquaintances. Nope. Alright, let's try this again. Dear Wolf, you are amazing.
Kill the boy.
I try to be.
I've never seen Giorgio.
Sometimes. Alright, let's try this again. Old acquaintances wasn't one. Not urchins. Called a liar, maybe? Silver watch? No. Street pickpockets. Assaulted and chased. Good reason for... Okay, so called a liar. I have to remember which ones are circles and which ones aren't. Shut up, John. Let me continue. Alright then, so Silver Watch wasn't one of them. Old acquaintances wasn't one. Fortune teller kid, no. Assaulted, chased, yep. Good reason, no. Urchins, no. Called a liar, yes. I hate this mechanic so much.
I thought he'd kill the boy.
I hate this mechanic so much. How do I know what's relevant? I don't know what the context is. I've heard about a boy. Oh, great. No. No. Yes. Old acquaintances? No. Silver watch wasn't one. Assaulted and chased was one. Street pickpockets, fortune teller kid. There we go. Oh, because they're random every time as well. The order that they come in is random. So you can't just remember like, no, no, yes, yes, no, yes, no, no. You know, as like the... You've got to remember what the words are, and they don't stay up on the screen long enough for you to really remember. Or maybe just for me, I have a shitty memory, so... I can't even remember how many coffees I had this morning. I think this is 2? I don't know. Fortune teller kid was assaulted and chased by a furious customer. Okay. The man attacked him because the boy called him a liar. Okay. Street magic. Oh yeah, John's still dressed as an ice cream man. But we're dealing with the priest right now. So... yeah, need to remember in actual words? Impossible. Exactly. It's like, it's too much. Okay, so if The first place I'm going to go is right here. I'm going to look into the murder of the priest here. Because it seems more likely that we'll have a police report about it than it does a newspaper article that's going to give us any useful help. I wonder if we'll run into old Huxley on this case again. Fucking Huxley. Jesus. I wonder if Huxley was Moriarty. Oh. My current progress can't scroll the entire globe, but... Oh, can scroll it, but can't search it yet. You get in there, though. Good luck with it. So, this is a violent crime, obviously. Murder isn't specifically in there. Victims, I guess. Miner's End? No. Well, it is going to be Miner's End. Maybe it's not victims we need to, suspects? Let's just try all of them. Instruments of crime. It would definitely be violent crime and district for murder of the priest, right? So maybe there's no police report on this yet. John has 1 billion entries in his journal now about, look, he's just rubbing things together to see what works. Yes, John, it's called playing the fucking game. Getting it right first time, even Sherlock Holmes famously doesn't do that. He collects all the evidence, compares everything to everything else. That's called detective work. And then, eventually, he comes to the right conclusion. He doesn't just immediately go to the right conclusion first try, because that would be him just knowing ahead of time what the answer was. That's not what Holmes does. He deduces, and you can't deduce unless you know, look into everything. Hey. About globes, I remember seeing my own country map in a form of globe. Really? Somebody made the whole, like, oh god, I'm going the wrong way. A whole globe of just that country. Nice. That's pretty funny. Yeah, excuse me. I'm just gonna barge through. Like, just elbow this wounded veteran out of the way. Get the fuck out of my way. Whack. Thank you for your service, by the way. Poor guy just came back from, like, you know, Kandahar or something. It's like, I got this at the Khyber Pass, okay? That's why I'm limping and you just knocked me over. Sorry, I didn't know. Holmes is just a terrible person. Jesus Christ. Goal is to have an itinerary work with exact wheelchair speed and auto-update on broken elevators. Ooh. You have a 15-minute API access to all elevators in your city? There's an API for that kind of thing? Man, I need to get updated on what's actually... how deep tech goes these days. This would be a recent... maybe an obituary? Miner's End? Nope. It's going to be recent, and it's going to be district, right? Well, the only other thing we've got to go on is a saw that was lying next to the body. Tech goes knee deep. No kidding. Okay. that we're not getting anything from here either. Let me try the police station one more time. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong here. My brain is particularly smooth today, so... I had a very bad headache yesterday, which is why I didn't stream. And felt kind of dizzy the day before after the last stream when we played Galactica, so... yeah. I'm clearly having trouble. This guy's like, this guy again, he's back? Did you not get everything you needed last time? No, new information came to light. I'm a dunce, so I'm gonna try again. The fact that it says... that the only item of note that the police were able to find was a saw lying next to the body. Instruments of crime should, to me... oh, fuck. Should, to me, suggest what was used, right? Evidence. Things used to make the crime. And it was in Miner's End. Maybe that we don't search by district. Maybe we search by victim. Okay, maybe when the district is so obvious, we don't search by that. Maybe that's what we need to stop doing. But sometimes it wants us to. It's really weird. I feel like this article would have come up, even with that, you know. It's probably what's more important, what's a priority of information. Report number 23-86. The victim found in Miner's End has been identified as Alexandro Fancone. I thought it was going to be Falcone then, and I'm like, oh shit, we're after Batman now. Oh, Batman doesn't chop people's hands off. This was obviously, you know, Alex Luthor being crazy, trying to get people thinking Batman's gone off the deep end. Made no fucking sense, by the way. Although I must admit, in Batman vs Superman, I was quite a fan of Lex Luthor in that. But it was Alex Luthor, it was his son, so, you know, but Lex, right? He went by Lex. Because Lex Corp. He's like, well, I suppose I gotta run with this then. I did like his portrayal. Especially when he was on the rooftop, you know, with Superman at the heliport telling him the grand plan to get them to fight each other. It was a little pedestrian, but at the same time, he played it well. So, like the actual content of the scene, but he played it well. Just finished watching new episodes of the Penguin series. How is that? And yeah, there's Falcone. Yeah, because isn't that supposed to be prequel to the Batman movie? I thought it might have been like a follow-on from the Batman movie, but when I saw that there was like a younger version of Falcone recast with another actor, because the guy who played him, by the way, was great. I do like that actor. He was the guy who played Simmons, right, in Transformers. It was good to see him in a much more serious role like that, but he does funny shit really good. Yeah, I know! The depiction of Penguin, I dig it. I like this Penguin. And honestly, had no fucking idea watching it. He was so familiar. Like, cause I don't look into movies ahead of time to see who's cast as every fucking character. I tend to go into a lot of movies like that blind, right? You know, you can't always avoid it, you know, who's cast as what, but, you know, when the Penguin showed up, I was like, why do I know this guy from something? It's those eyes, maybe? Yeah, they did a fucking amazing job with this, like, makeup and stuff, and, you know, the facial prosthetics. Jesus, I was like, no fucking way! Did a damn good job with him, though. Oh, that, you know, really, really good performance, so... Yeah, but it is a prequel then, right? Is that that actually the case? Because when I saw that they'd got another Falcone, I was like, but that's the younger version. So this is like Penguin's rise, like how he comes up basically to the position he's in at the Batman movie. And apparently, the Arkham Asylum TV show, I was looking on Instagram this morning and something passed my way on Screen Rant, I think. Although, I take a lot of what Screen Rant posts these days with a big pinch of salt because they tend to get a little too clickbaity sometimes. They're starting to turn into the BuzzFeed of entertainment news, but, you know, still, they said that there's hope for the Arkham Asylum series, that it might still be on. They might still be doing it with the Joker and Riddler. So that would be good. So anyway, cause of death, blood loss from severed hand. The location of the crime implies that the righteous gang... See, all that tangent came out of me almost misreading Alexandro Fancone's name into Falcone. And we went on a Batman tangent. My god. Batman versus Sherlock Holmes. Oh, that is a crossover. Who's the best detective? Who's the best detective? Somebody make that happen. How has that not happened already with the crossovers we get these days? We need a Batman versus Sherlock Holmes game. Trouble is they're in different time periods, so I guess it would be like Grandpa Sherlock Holmes, you know, that Batman is going up against. If we take Batman from like his original debut in, I think, was it the 30s? When Batman first started out? Like the first comics of Batman, all the way back to the 30s, are they? Or are they a bit later? But anyway, it's possible. We might be able to get that. Can we make that happen? Or I'm all for Batman traveling back in time. You know, why not? Why not? And then Judge Dredd can travel back in time as well and try to take them both down as vigilantes. Like he did in that Batman comic. Or it was a 2000 AD comic. A crossover with them and DC. There was literally a Judge Dredd traveling back in time to take Batman down because he was a vigilante, and he was like, I can't stand vigilantes. I am the law. So, yeah. But what are judges if not, you know, what are they if not just vigilantes authorized by the state? We're going on a tangent again. Damn it. Batman, get out of here. Go. Leave. Okay, good, he's gone. The location of the crime implies that the righteous gang was involved. The righteous gang. But the current evidence is insufficient to support a search warrant. I will go get you some then. I will go get you some. The righteous gang, you say? So, what do we need to do? How do we pursue this? The righteous gang. We got to talk to people about the righteous gang, right? That's got to happen. We need to do these bandit lairs as well. I'm kind of thinking we might get some more money out of those. We probably need to go back to Miner's End. Dress up as like a ruffian of some kind. I need to be dressed as a crim. We need to be a no-good crim. So back to the Adidas tracksuit. Yeah, I'm in a gang. I'm wearing Adidas. Oh boy. Yeah, that is literally what this is. Look, Slavic Gangster is the name of this. I actually didn't look at the name of this thing until then. Oh, that's so good. Alright. Bit of facial hair. Because, you know, makes me look less like a... Actually, it makes me look more like a member of the authorities if I have facial hair, so... We have no makeup, though. John's staying dressed as an ice cream boy, so he has no choice in that. He's my imaginary friend. I can do anything I want with him, so... You know, but that sounded kind of wrong suddenly. Oh, John. I can dress him in anything I want. Wink, wink. Okay, I just totally went past where I was supposed to go. I want to see if we can get maybe some scars or something, like makeup for scars. Do we have enough money for that? We probably don't. We'll go look. We can but try. Oh, and these are those, like, missing violin posters. We need to figure that crime out, but after we're done with the Child of Cordona stuff, I'm gonna go do another main story thing with the mom and everything. We did get a lead on what to do next. Ah, here we go.
Come closer and try something on. You won't regret it.
Maybe I will.
Finest clothes
Maybe
for
I
the
won't.
finest citizens.
Well, I need to look like a not-so-fine citizen. Oh yeah, a bit of scruffy stubble might work as well. I gotta pay for stubble. Would you like to buy some facial hair, sir? What? Be an old man. Now, why do some of these clothing items have like a little looping circular arrows thing on it? What does that mean? Like, why do some of them have that and others don't? Oh god. Yeah, we could go with one of these. We will be a gang member then. Then they will really believe we're one of them. Is there maybe a better hat for this? But yeah, I don't know why we have that weird logo on it, and some don't. That's a criminal outfit as well. Worker's apron. African casual. Street brawler. Yeah. Let's go with this. Samurai. The Cordonian Samurai. New, oh my god. The new Ghost game, what was Ghost of Tsushima 2, Ghost of, I keep forgetting the name of it now, begins with T, again, looks really damn good. Oh my god, that looks nice. Lurk fetching food, yes, enjoy your food break while we solve some mysteries. The bot is on form today. I'm just looking to see what other, I can't afford any clothes, I'm just looking to see what other criminal clothing there is. There is this, the worn out suit. Ugly beige. But yeah, it looks like the only other thing that's like really suited to criminal is that. And that's going to cost us a couple more monies than we actually have. There's no headwear that really goes in for that, so yeah, we'd have to be getting a mask. We could just go for the little bit of stubble. I'm going to go with that. Buy the stubble. I will buy some facial hair. I wonder if it means I have to re-buy them every time? I don't know. And then we could get a scarred face. Oh, yo. Yo. They'll never know it's me. I'll take it.
A perfect choice.
Yes. Criminal Holmes. I'm on my way.
We have a large assortment.
Is there a fast travel near here?
It's at pleasant prices. Hello.
What the hell happened here? Holy shit. Well, I mean, Holmes probably already knows what happened here. He took one look and was like, oh yes, this happened here, and then that knocked into that, and that guy went over there and did this, and that bike went through there, and, you know. I'm gonna head down here to the fast travel. We're gonna go back to Miner's End. Imagine going to your local shop and pay a clerk to get beaten up in the face. I mean, I would imagine this is just makeup, so, you know. But yeah, it would be weird. But like I said, you know, like buying facial hair, very, very strange. Alright, now we go to Miner's Market. What better place to look around for the local criminals than Miner's Market, eh? The Righteous Gang. Oi, you!
Are you able to help me?
you're asking the wrong fella.
Thought so. I've got to look for a criminal to talk to and be like, hey, what about that priest? Am I right? What a fucking asshole. Glad he's dead. See what they say about it.
Our clothes will be worn well, take my word.
I'm sure they would.
The free markets can offer.
Oh, hello.
Oh, nothing left in stock.
You've nothing left in stock. You, sir, are a fucking liar, and I don't need to be Sherlock Holmes to know that.
One man's
The
trip.
worst clothes at the best price.
Nothing left in stock. Jesus. Ooh, is this a criminal dude? This is a criminal dude. Hello, criminal dude. What's up?
Could you help me?
Hey, you're a lucky man. I know about this.
Oh, does that outright tell us everything? Give me it all. Don't spare a detail. There's a yard behind the last two houses on the southern end of Carpenter Street in Miners End, where the poor and the needy can always find food and shelter. The righteous look after the destitute, even when no one else will. So they run a soup kitchen and a homeless shelter, and then they kill a priest. Interesting. Okay. Carpenter Street, southern end. Oh, there we go, Carpenter Street. A yard. So somewhere down here then, yeah? Where are we? So we're back to the other side of the market, fast travel, and then south. Alright.
Our clothes will be worn well, take my word.
I will not take your word. I do not trust marketers. I will decide whether your clothes wear well or not. And it will be my word that people will take, as the customer. Okay, actually, yeah, it didn't auto-ping that. Yard behind the last two houses on the southern end. The last two houses on the southern end, huh? So which ones? Which side of the street? I guess we'll find out. The game found out for me. That's not the last two houses of... Awful. Absolutely awful. Can I go in up here? Maybe? Is this the way? Nope. Is this the way? Nope. Is this the way? Let's... Ow, hi kid. Don't mind me just dropping in. Oh god. Yeah, look, you look very discreet there. You look very discreet there, John. Well done. Don't let anybody see you in your high-vis jacket.
Look who's here.
Well now, hey up, hey up. Oh, what's up? How's it going? You cheeky buggers, you. Alright, I'm one of you, I am. I'm one of the criminals. I'm a member of the criminal classes. Aha, here we go. The righteous lair. That's not very righteous. Man's taking a piss up the side of the wall. Actually, this isn't the... This is just the other street. How the shitting hell do I get into this place? Excuse me. Coming through. Sorry, I didn't mean to barge into you, but I am a criminal. So I'm just playing the part. Down here, maybe? Okay. Aha. Aha. Yeah, it's probably this little thing here, right? Alright, howdy. What's up?
Is this familiar to you?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
Alright, well, that's fine. That's fine. You know, not knowing is not a crime. Oh, here we go. Ooh, there's a bit of a logo there, look. Hello, fellow gangsters.
Excuse me, just one question.
No, brother, I've never heard of this.
Never.
Everyone's looking at us.
Oh,
Joe.
shut up, John.
Sure you know what you're doing.
Hi.
Welcome, brother. You can always find food and shelter here.
So it's actually a less fortunate, as in it's a safe house for crooks. Gotcha. So I just needed the disguise to get in, not to get any intel. Got it.
I think this man is suffocating. We must help him.
What? What's up, bro? How's it going? Anaphylactic shock.
His dry, hacking cough is getting worse by the second. He has trouble catching his breath.
Alright. What am I... Ooh. Purple fingers. Yeah.
His fingernails are blue. Looks like he's having an asthma attack.
Quickly, do something.
Alright, what am I supposed to do? Need to find him some medicine and quickly. Well, this is literally a medical place, I guess. Oh no, this is just food.
Wow, that's a lot of food for the poor.
Hey, dude.
May I ask you something?
What makes you think I can be of help to you?
I don't know. You just kind of look like a doctor. Gotta find some medicine for this dude. This is one of John's challenges.
May I ask for your assistance?
No, brother, I've never heard of this.
Nope. Okay. Don't need to close up to see that he has trouble breathing. I know, right? It's like,
The
well...
boss has a lot of work on his plate.
Alright, bottle shooting. Gotcha. I'm like, what's over there and why is it all...
Boss has a lot of...
No, I'll do the actual questy thing in a moment. I can't get down there? So what we need must be around here somewhere. But yeah, it's like, this man appears to be struggling to breathe, and I'll be like, yes, that's his problem. He's struggling to breathe, well done. I don't need to do much of anything else. Alright, let's see. Ether, that'll do it. No. Oh boy. What is that? I can't read that upside down. That's in Australian. There we go. Vegetable painkiller. Ooh.
A strong painkiller, but it won't help with asthma.
Okay. I forgot to actually do that.
Ether. That can stop the asthma attack.
Apparently it can. Yeah, cool. I didn't know that. I'm not a doctor, so... Ooh! Acetylsalicylic acid.
Acetylsalicylic acid.
Acetylsalicylic acid. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Right. So... now I can just go back to the man. I don't need to make this or anything, right? I don't need to, you know, mix it up or shit. Here we go.
God bless you, young man.
Drink the ether.
Close, but you saved him, Sherlock.
Can't have asthma if you can't breathe. That's kind of grim sounding. Like, don't worry, he won't have asthma soon when he stops breathing. Oh god. Oh god. Alright, let's see how we do this. So there was an eavesdropping over here that we can do. Figure out what we need to do next. Oh, I see blood down there. Quite a bit of blood.
The boss has a lot of work.
What actions will the righteous take because of the priest's murder? There's a food shortage? Nope. Gangs move. Need new recruits. Punish murderer. Many homeless? Nope. Pursuing cops? Nope. Replace transgressors? Okay, so maybe the one that just popped up that I didn't get a chance to do.
The boss has a lot of...
The boss has a lot on his plate right now. Gangs move. Not pursuing cops. Punish the murderer. Many homeless. Failed plan. Replace transgressors. Food shortage. Need new recruits. That's it. There we go. That was the one. Boss of the righteous is going to punish the transgressors for violating the law. The gang is low on members, and he's already looking for people to replace him. So they're looking for the murderer. They may not have had anything to do with it. They're just being looked at because they're a gang. Interesting. Okay. So we need to chit-chat to people. Hey, so how's the recruitment going, brother?
Curiosity.
No, brother, I've never heard of this.
You don't know about that? Okay. What about the man we saved? Hey, dude, you owe me. You owe me, bitch.
God bless you, young man.
Alright, fine. Well, God ain't gonna give me the answers I'm looking for. What about this? Oh. Hello. The laws. Obey the boss. His word is law. Help the helpless. Protect the vulnerable. Do not steal from the poor. Do not kill without a reason. So maybe this was a killing without reason? Or a reason that they didn't find acceptable? Disobedience will be punished in the arena of justice. Wow.
May I ask for your assistance?
What makes you think I can be of help to you?
You're obviously incredibly useless, so I'm gonna stop asking you anyway. Ooh. Hello.
Oh, that's a lot of food for the poor.
Yeah.
The gang might feed them, yes, but out of whose pockets does this all come?
The rich.
Different sizes,
This is a whole
different
gang
colours,
of Robin
some birds are
Hoods.
new.
Which, you know, is the Merry Men, I guess, because Robin Hood had a whole gang as well, so, you know, it wasn't just a solo act, obviously. Okay, well, maybe it's not a case of, chatting to someone in here, though. It could be that we need to talk to people out in the streets, but we'll just check everything in here first. First aid! We've had one, yes, but what about second aid?
These instruments are of inferior quality, but in capable hands they can save lives.
Or chop a hand off, there is a saw there.
Such insanitary conditions.
Yeah, I'm like, they literally just left a pile of congealed blood here, like, ew. Let's have a look.
They even keep medical records. Impressive for a gang.
Hey, you know, a gang won't be successful if they don't have good bookkeeping, you know? What's up, bros? And hoes and whatever.
The
Hi.
righteous watch our miner's end. Nobody cares about us but them.
Uh-huh. Alright. Well, good job. I like how I stand out so much compared to the rest of the gang here. Look at me. Oh my god. And everybody's just buying it, you know. I really wanted to come in here as the ice cream vendor again, but I'm part of the ice cream mafia. Is there definitely, maybe I can talk to these fellows. Hello?
Can I ask you a question?
I have heard many strange things, but nothing about this.
You were just talking about it, you liar. Hi. What's up?
That's far enough, little one. The boss is busy.
Okay.
I need to speak to him. It's urgent.
I'm sure it is. Look, there's going to be a fight in the arena today, so unless this building's on fire, it will have to wait.
Go on. Bonfire coming up. An arena fight?
What do you mean, a fight in the arena?
You're new around here, aren't you? The cretins who killed the priest will face trial by combat in the arena of justice. That's what you get
They
for
already got
breaking
them?
the law. The boss didn't create it
I bet
for
they got the
nothing.
wrong people. We're gonna have to prove those people's innocence and save them now, aren't we? I'm pretty sure that's where this is going.
It's vitally important. Let me in, please.
Oh, come on, be a mate, be a mate.
You
Let me
think
in.
the magic word will do the trick?
Yeah, please.
No.
But my mum said it would work. Alright. I'd like to join the gang, I would.
I hear the gang is looking for new members. I'd like to join you.
There's not enough meat on you. We've no use for a scrawny weakling.
I'm not scrawny. I'm just thin-boned. Besides,
Alright, reverse
I know
Cartman.
my way around a gun better than
I'm
anyone
not
in your
scrawny,
gang,
I'm
I'd
just
wager.
thin-boned.
You've got some nerve. See those bottles over there? Go on, shoot them. Show me how good you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yourself useful after all. Go on in then.
Boom.
Hey, didn't I ask not to be disturbed? What's with the shooting out there?
Sorry about the bother. Your guard took a little convincing to let me in. Not to worry, though. Everything's fine, except for a few broken bottles.
Then what do you want with the righteous? Spit it out. I haven't got all day.
I'm here to talk to you about the murder of Father Alexandra.
Oh, that. Nasty business. Those responsible will soon be brought to justice.
It will be burning in the fires of hell.
Killing the priest doesn't strike me as very righteous. Why did they do it?
Every tree has a few rotten apples, doesn't it? They caught him stealing from our ladders. But there was no need for bloodshed. I gave no such orders. Alexandro might not have been one of us, but we were fighting a common enemy.
This enemy being who, exactly?
Not who. What? Poverty, inequality, and justice. We follow our law just as Alexandro followed his God's commandments.
What do you mean by justice? I doubt that you're planning to turn them into the police.
Of course I'm not. They will receive
Why
their
not?
punishment in the arena of justice.
So you're going to kill them just like that?
Watch your mouth, boy. I'm not a murderer. They brought it upon themselves. The law applies to all.
The murderers must be arrested, not lynched. Let me take them to prison.
Do you have some guts to barge in here and make demands? I don't know you, boy, and I don't care why you want to save their hides. But that is not happening.
Back around
Listen,
to
I want
Batman.
them to pay for what they've done, but making them fight for their lives is savagery.
Savagery? So you think rotting in a cave, suffering daily beatings from the pigs, only to be eventually hanged and dumped in a gutter is better? You say you want justice? Fine, go down and fight. Let the arena decide. Whatever you do to them, or they do to you, will be just. That's my only offer. Take it, or get the hell out.
He does know that when we win, we're only going to not kill them, right? I think he's expecting us to be put in the position where it's like, see, you had to kill them, didn't you? No, I just have to knock them out. All I need to do is shoot the flaming bottle on the back of their backs, and on the back of their backs, rather than the front of their backs, and club them over the head with a pistol. That's it. I'll take it.
All right, I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty to see criminals behind bars.
If you make it out alive, I won't stop you. Don't assume they'll go down easily, though. They'll take their chances and give you no quarter.
Let me guess, there's probably about a dozen of them, right? They'll come in several waves. But again, they've been conveniently equipped with, like, weak points to shoot. Where I can then go up and go, honk, and then, boosh. Yep, there you go.
Rest, my friend.
Ow! Oh, we got an inside of barrel shot. Oh shit, that took my aim off. It's olive oil. I'm gonna shove him face down in the oil. That it? Nope, they are coming in waves. Oh my god, this guy has nothing. There we go. Oh shit!
Pepper snuff.
I am invincible.
Oh shit, what?
This.
Time to know.
Come on, no! Ow! Show me that back piece! Oh, you asshole! I really hate the fact that some of them only have something on their back.
I couldn't miss the party. I'm coming. I'm coming.
too simple.
Oh shit! Ow! Fucking hell! This guy here. Nope.
I thought we were against murder.
Oh my god, this is dumb. Who's shooting at me still? Besides this guy? Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, you killed him. The snuff's ready.
I'm trying not to, but the game is being insanely difficult about this.
Take a rest, my
Give him the pepper snuff.
I do not like this combat system
Well,
at all. It is kind of dumb.
Justice, eh? Couldn't fully resist your killer instincts, could you?
I did what I had to. Their blood.
Blame the fucking controls of the game, dude.
Whoever survived must be arrested.
I gave you my word, and I'll keep it. My men will deliver
The blood god
survivors
demands
to
at
the
least a
police
little
with fair
sacrifice.
arrest. You can go now.
Yeah, they should have just gone, like, with no combat. You know? Like, or any combat should have been, like, one-on-one, quick time event. I would have been happy with that, and just unarmed. You know? Not running around a little arena with waves coming at me, all firing at me from different directions, with no means of, like, dodge rolling or anything like that. You know? Like, none of that's in there. There's no direct sticking to cover. Some people can only be taken down by environment, so you've got to kite them towards the environmental things. It's kind of really lame. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, are we done with this? What am I supposed to do with this now?
Go on, off with you.
Maybe we just leave the area and it's done. Sherlock was actually good at combat, so it makes some sense. Yeah, like I said, if they, like anything that was in there, like even Crimes and Punishments had sort of some combat to it. Like there was a moment in the train station one. Yeah, so that's complete. Excellent. 2 wardrobe items added. Where a guy pulls a gun on you and you had to shoot the gun out of his hand quickly, but it was like a controlled single instance. It wasn't like, oh, you've got 3 or 4 people coming at you at once. You know, then we're getting into the realms of like an Assassin's Creed game or something, you know? And it's like, nah, it doesn't really work with how this game plays. So, Sinking City had combat and that made sense, you know, like having gunplay and so on, but it was literally like over-the-shoulder shooter style combat with a bit more about it. This isn't quite the same. They want you to distract a person by shooting a vulnerable point. I was going to look at the wardrobe, wasn't I? And then... Ooh, casual detective. And then, you know, you can basically... like run around and just shoot stuff in Sinking City, whereas in this one it's like, oh no, you've got to just distract a person, shoot the thing off the head, run up, quick time event them down, all while being shot at by 3 different people while you're locked in an animation, and it's like, meh, not really working for me, sadly. Oh, John's got a new outfit, Clergy John. God will forgive, John will not. John's in Punisher mode now. Punisher priest. So anyway, I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of it, sadly. Eel hunting was Mycroft's service. Wait, what? Right, yeah. I remember now. This was the. We'll do this one another time. This was the one we got at the newspaper office. The street magic one we just picked up, I will do that another day. Child of Cordona. Well, I want to finish these. Daring rescue a police station. Let's go do that one. John Dredd. Oh. Well, I think Judge Dredd's actual name is Joseph, so it doesn't quite work, sadly. Pretty sure his name was Joseph, right? Joseph Dredd. This is like full, very rarely used name. Come on, kid, you're slow. You're too slow. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. Yes, I win! Fuck you, child, and your tiny legs. Sorry. Little did that child know, we're racing. Okay, yeah, stick with this road. Look, you gotta get those wins any way you can, okay? Even if, like, no one else is playing, you still win.
Hey.
It is Judge Joseph Dredd. I thought it was, yeah. I'm like, don't I remember that from the movie? The Stallone movie, they call him Joseph at one point. And I'm sure it was in the comic books as well. I don't know what came first, though. Did the movie establish that and then the comics ran with it? Or was it in the comic books beforehand and then the movie decided to throw it in there? Like, hey, that's a thing. Search the police archives. Yeah. But the writer of it is called John Wagner. Yes, actually, so... There's the John connection to John Dredd. One could argue as the father of Judge Dredd, so, you know... John's the origin story. It all started with John Watson. John Watson Dredd. So, what are we going to be looking for here? One of our adventures was in the police station when we set about rescuing a childhood friend, Matthias. He was an urchin from Miner's End. Okay, so district, Miner's End. Arrested for a misdemeanor. So, suspect? John Watts it. Yeah, John Watts his name. Yeah, that's the actual long form spelling. Right, Matthias, known crime, pickpocketing, minor vandalism, loitering, begging, petty theft, and murder. Just a load of little things and then murder. Street urchin gang, the Hive. What is this, Blades in the Dark? Family history, father, Edward Wright, ex-miner, deceased, mother, unknown. Arrest note, after close inspection, Mr. Wright's hiding place, Master, I guess, because he's the younger, Master Wright the younger, his hiding place, we found a stolen uniform. Kid claimed that he took it as a joke after it was left unattended in the Garden of Delights. Are we going to the Garden of Delights? Yes. I recommended a small fine and a week of obligatory work at the port, but the chief inspector elected to handle the case personally. Officer Placido. Officer Placebo. The placebo of the law. It's like, we're going to issue a punishment. That's not really a punishment, but you're going to feel like you've been punished. Mm-hmm. It's called the placebo effect of justice. Interrogation note. After a thorough questioning, the subject confessed that he stole my uniform on purpose and that he was going to deliver it to his known criminal associates in the Hive. Subject further confessed to the murder of journalist Hector Jacobson. I need to go and look at that murdered journalist. That wasn't Jacobson, right? But I'm sure there was a J in there. We'll double check. We know there was a journalist that was murdered, and we saw it happen. It was a bunch of corrupted Marines that did it. Typical behavior from fatherless scum. Wow. Chief Inspector Mitchell. Update 16th of May. Matthias Wright disappeared from cell. Woo! I think it was Jacobson back then? Yeah, we need to look into that.
Can't be right, Matthias. Murder? Impossible.
Good thing we helped him escape. Now focus, Sherry. Let's remember how we did it.
Yeah, except I just need to check something real quick. Child of Cordona. No, it's not this. Okay. It must be one of the Child of Cordona entries then. It was the origin of the suitcase, right? The suitcase in Silverton. Yeah, oh wait, no, yeah, was it? It was. The article is signed by John. Found it in Silverton. I was searching with John. Yeah, so it's all in this one note then. Following the memories, we arrived at a place where it started. There was a body of a journalist named Hector Jacobson, so it was him. So they tried to pin Hector Jacobson's murder on this kid. Maybe we're gonna remember now and be like, that's right, we knew. We did remember. We did know that he was like in for murder, and we know he didn't do it. So we freed him. Very interesting. Okay, so the daring rescue. Focus on how we did it. Snuck in
when the archives were empty and found something on the archivist's table.
A top-secret map of catacombs beneath the prison, allowing us to rescue
Catacombs? I love a good map of catacombs.
No, that's not right. It was something else. Let me focus on it.
Yes.
Ah, of course. It was the shift schedule. We wanted to know which officer was on prison duty that day.
Ah, that's not how I remember it. Or maybe... Yes. We went to find the officer's desk. That's where the map was.
Alright. So... it's probably not in here, right? These are the cells. Aha. This must be the interrogation room. Yeah, there's like an Edison gramophone thing here, and implements of torture. Lovely. Oh! And very unsanitary conditions, and the obligatory spotlight. They shine on you.
This area is restricted.
Alright, sorry. I'll be going then. It's probably not in here then. These look like just a whole bunch of interrogation rooms. Maybe it's out here first? There's nothing in there. Maybe it's the inspector's room. Many interrogation rooms, right? So very many. Is it maybe through here? Can I go through here now? I can. I couldn't go through here before. Evidence room. Chief Inspector Placebo. I'm just gonna call him that from now on. Here we go. Here we go. Aha! What up?
Waited until no one was around, then searched the desk. You were on lookout, John.
The imaginary friend was on lookout. Just in case any imaginary police officers came to actually, you know, spot us.
I remember a book with wax stains damaged by humidity. The officer used it to keep him company during long prison shifts.
Tuna.
A half-eaten tuna sandwich. It was carefully wrapped in a hand-stitched kerchief.
Do like a tuna sandwich.
You almost took a bite, John.
Yeah, almost. And then he realized he wasn't real.
There was a chain of keys. We found something here, John, and something else.
A weapon?
It was a police billy club, new, but already stained with blood.
What's important is that we found keys. By my memory, we crept to the prison cells immediately. Let's go.
To the prison cells! Follow me, priest. So, evidence room, huh? I wonder if at some point we have to come here to collect evidence or turn something in. So then we went to the actual prison cells themselves. Okay. So maybe it is one of these rooms we need to go to now. Just looking for the circle. Wondering if maybe they freed him from an interrogation room rather than his cell, but the other guy says we can't go there, so... They got a lot of interrogation rooms. Like, so very many. How many people do they need to interrogate simultaneously in this place? Okay, yeah, that's just a dead end. Maybe Sherry's brain was just working too much for a little kid and needed to separate some stuff as imaginary friends. Oh yeah, for sure. I think we, I really digested into that, I think, on my second stream of this game. And I was talking about it, or maybe it was after the stream and I was talking about it with someone, like, my thoughts on why he would have an imaginary friend. And the fact that maybe John might have been a real person at some point in his life who died and he never reconciled it as a kid and kept him around in his brain, you know, but that doesn't track with what we know. What we know is, for as long as Sherlock has known, he's had his friend, John, with him. Like, so he's been an imaginary friend all his life, and it could just be a compartmentalization aspect of his brain that's like, he needs a sounding board, and he has like an alter ego in his head that he uses as a sounding board to keep him on track, keep him focused. So, back from shopping, excellent.
This area is restricted.
Is it now? But I want to get in there, bro. Well, there's no other stuff here. Can I talk to this guy? Hi.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
They didn't have your milk? Ah, boo. Gotta have milk. Shy's not a milk drinker. I like milk. Like, because I have it in tea and stuff, and I have cereals and the like, so, and oatmeal, which I make with milk, but Shy hates milk. She's like, ew, milk, one day. Like, just because every now and then I get a craving, like a weird craving, just to have a glass of milk. You know? So I poured myself a glass of milk and started drinking it, and Shy was looking at me like, what are you doing? You're just drinking milk? And I'm like, yes. What's so weird about that? He's like, that's weird. And I'm like, it isn't. It's not weird. Every now and then you just need some milk, okay? Just get on with it. Not soy and oat, now it's coconut. I don't really like coconut milk though. I've had it before and I don't really care for it. Coconut cream in cooking, fine. Like to make curries and stuff, great stuff. But to drink coconut milk, not a big fan of it. Or coconut water. I'm not a big coconut fan in general. Oat milk and soy milk I used to always get for making oatmeal. I don't anymore here because it's very expensive here. Compared to England, the prices here of oat and soy milk are really high. Like, insanely high. In England, it's comparable to regular dairy. So, yeah. Anyway, oh, this is what I was doing. I'm like, what was I going to do? This area is restricted. What about for an officer of the law, though, with a shocking moustache? Yes. And a scar, which I got on duty. No. I'm going to try getting him there as an officer. But yeah, soy milk and oat milk I found when I made oatmeal with it. Like, the consistency of the oatmeal was way different from using dairy milk as well. And that's why I started using it. So I was like, this actually makes much better oatmeal overall. Alright, here we go. I almost wrote oat milk. Oh no. Coconut milk is decent. Coconut water that you can buy in a normal shops is bad. I mean, I don't like any of it, so... Alright, mate. How's it going? Catch any good crims lately? Now then, what's all this? Ooh. I like oat milk in coffee. I've heard it's good in coffee, and I've never really had it. Oat milk on itself is pretty nice sweetness and goes well with coffee. Yeah, like I say, I've heard pretty much that to that effect, but I've never tried it in coffee. I used to always just stick it straight into oatmeal. So, oh, yeah, you tell him what you get that guy interrogated. Why have they got just a white wall? Is this the place, John?
Guards were lazy. Knowing their shift schedule, it was easy to sneak past them and find the right cell.
Yes, and with the keys and map in hand, we busted out Matthias and escaped through the catacombs.
John, no, that's not what happened. Let me remember.
John, please. This is my brain, not yours.
It was dark. His cell smelt of decay and excrement. I remember calling for him, but Matthias did not answer, so I walked inside. I saw a shape. It was moving just barely.
We're gonna find out that they beat the kid to death, aren't we? And it was just like a pulpy mess in here.
I remember seeing his familiar yellow jacket now torn and covered in strange
God, look at the
brown
leg.
splotches. I saw his legs twisted at an impossible angle. Then someone called to me from the door.
God, they beat the kid to death almost. And we got busted.
It was an officer. He didn't yell when he saw me. Understood it at a glance. He took me outside, told me to forget what I saw. In a way, I did.
Sherry, come outside. We should take a photo of the cell. I know you want to remember the truth.
Well, a photo of the cell today doesn't really make for the truth, does it? So...
Rest easy, Matthias. John,
God, this
I
is
must
grim.
find that loathsome mutton shunter Mitchell. I will find him.
Mutton shunter. What a fucking insult. I'm gonna use that from now on. I'm gonna call anybody who just wrongs me one day, I'm just gonna call them a loathsome mutton shunter. So yeah, we need to find this guy and kill him. We're gonna drag his ass to the righteous den and put him in the arena of justice. And be like, come on then. Yes, let's get him. Like to find Chief Inspector Mitchell from Scaladio's police station. The archives should have some files about him. Yes, they should. We're going to take him down. I'm going to report him to Internal Affairs. Oh wait, they didn't have those in the Victorian era. The cops were basically law unto themselves. They were basically gangsters with badges. So, you know, just another form of criminal class, but protected by the law. Oh my god, I sound so... wait, no, this is the wrong place. The archives are here. I mean, that's the inspector's place. He's going to be in there, isn't he? Now I want to ride the city to get a map of all pedestrian sidewalk heights and where they have built ramps. Hey, they should have city planning archives about that kind of stuff, right? I would expect they would. You know, they'd need them for maintenance and so on, and urban planning requirements. It's surprising, like, the detail that they go to these days and how they map out the environments, including, you know, widths of sidewalks, heights of them, that kind of stuff, and angles. They do those big surveys, so, yeah. Feel the internal scream of some random intern needing to get those maps for you. But yeah, I would imagine they're digital now. They should have digitized stuff. Any of the newer stuff they've done anyway would... If it's old, if it's like 1980s, like, and hasn't been really changed since then and hasn't been maintained, and it's still just kind of there, and they're like, well, that hasn't broken, so we don't need to fix it. They might not have it digitized, but any newer developments, they should be digitizing them as they do them, backlogging old stuff. So we want to find officers. So this district, Scaladio. What are we going to... What about complaints? Nope, okay. No. Okay, it's gonna be under evidence. Documentation, maybe? There we go. We need intel on this guy. It should be archived and easily accessed. True enough, yeah. But knowing how the world works, some lazy employees could have neglected stuff. True as well. Just my request. Yeah, of which street? Me. Yes. Just yes. I would just like the streets. Plural. All of them. Give me them all. Chief Inspector Mitchell, after 30 years of exemplary service on the force, Chief Inspector Mitchell passed away in his sleep. We're going to go and dig him up at the cemetery, and we're going to drag his ass to the Arena of Justice. Revised plan, but I think we can still pull this off. His family and friends will always remember his brilliant mind, attention to detail, strict adherence to the word and spirit of the law, his kind heart, and how he beat a poor orphan child to death in a cell. We're going to make sure the world knows that. In his long and illustrious career, Chief Inspector Mitchell closed dozens of high-profile cases, including the death of the famous reporter Hector Jacobson. Oh, guess what? We're going to fuck that up for him. Even in death. And a mass shooting in Old City? Interesting.
It's not fair. He deserved worse.
Sherlock, the world ain't fair.
Deserved better. There is a lot of injustice in the world, Sherry. Your skills could make a difference for others like him.
Yep, well, if I get this right, it can kind of look like John's sitting on our hat. Sherry, you need to stop moving, bro. You need to stop moving. I'm trying to get this just right. There. Oh, you bitch. Okay, fine. I got it, and he's like, huh? What? Huh? Fucking dude. Work with me. I can't make you fabulous, darling, if you won't work with me. Okay. Well, I guess we're not doing anything about that then. We're not even going to go and piss on his grave or anything? No? Alright. Because honestly, for doing what he did, he fucking deserves it. I'm all about respect for the dead and everything, but some dead people don't deserve that respect. You telling me you wouldn't piss on Hitler's grave if you knew where he was buried? Oh yes. Oh yes, it would be a public urinal. An unintended public urinal. John remembers we used to visit an old shipwreck. Yes, let's go do that now. Chief Inspector suddenly wanted to take over the reporter's case, right? So, yes, because we know there was corruption among the Marines, and that's what the reporter was investigating. Why not also a little bit of cross-contamination into the police force? Like, you know, like, yeah, we killed this guy, make it point to someone else. He probably did favors for them. But I think the shipwreck is somewhere over here. The northeast of the bridge. In Old City. Well, this is Old City. And a shipwreck northeast of the bridge would be around here, right? There's actually a pathway here as well that goes down, so it's probably there. So we're going to go to this observation point. After we change. We don't need to look like one of these filthy coppers anymore. You hear me? You disgust me. Alright. I mean, I wanted to be in the police. Let's just get that out of the way. When I was a kid. It was one of my things. I wanted to be in the police. I wanted to be a detective. I wanted to work in CID as a detective. I wanted to be in the traffic police for a while. Like, I knew that you'd have to spend about 5 years in a specialty department of some kind before anyone would really consider you for something like CID. The minimum was, I think, 2. 2 years beat, 2 years then specialty, and then, you know, you could apply to CID. But that's fast track. More than likely, you were going to spend at least 3 or 4 years on the beat before you got into a specialty department, unless they were really short-handed. And you'd probably need to spend just as long, if not longer, in the specialty department before becoming CID. So traffic cops was what I wanted, not traffic wardens. You know, the people that give you parking tickets. That's a different civic department. They don't technically work for the police, they work for the city. But anyway, no, the guys who would like highway pursuits and stuff. You know, and I even thought about divers for a while, like diving. And then move into CID and become a detective. And eventually make chief inspector and all that kind of stuff. I had it kind of mapped out when I was younger, you know? I wanted to do that, so I do have respect for the concept of the police, but there are some very bad apples in every police force that really don't deserve the badge, you know? They really don't. Sherry Copper! Yes. Sherry the Cop. Sherry the Copper. Chief Inspector suddenly wants... Oh yeah, sorry, I read that. Did I tell you about my most prized possessions of late? You might have done, but remind me. What particularly swells as proud in your mind these days? What do you have that strikes pride in your heart? Do tell. Here we go, the old shipwreck. I was thinking, is that John? No, it isn't. Well now, looky here. We found this.
We found this old shipwreck soon after we arrived on Cordona. It quickly became our favorite place. I remember feeling safe.
Ahoy, our mighty frigate! All hands ahoy! Show me you haven't become no lily-livered landlubber.
Yep, well then. So you want me to get on the ship, is that it? That's John's way of saying, get on the ship, bitch. Monkey Island is the reminder. In that case, no, I don't think you've told me that.
We wanted to name our ship. We took some planks and
Arabella?
paint from workers at the nearby construction site. Arabella, we called her.
A real woman of war, she was.
John, you're having way too much fun with this. I know they wanted to be pirates, though, so whatever.
We needed a good sail, so obviously we went and stole some sheets from Mycroft's bed. He was furious. I'm sure he still
Mycroft's bed.
'Twas a good rig we ran on him. Aye.
Well, I mean, Mycroft's full of hot air anyway. We could have made a whole fucking balloon with his sheets, so... Actually, since that's bed sheets, the kind of hot air that a bed sheet could trap, let's not go there. Let's not think about that too much. But he's probably full of that too.
Borrowed from Father's collection. He enlisted the police to try and find it, but all the while it was here helping us steer our ship.
Aye, Sherry, and ye were the best coxswain on the briny deep.
So
I'm
wait.
starting to remember, John. We didn't stay here for long. Someone else came.
Yeah, Mycroft. Give me back my bedsheet, you bastard. So wait, hang on then. That's from Father's collection, and the father enlisted the police. So my thoughts were that Sherlock's mother moved here after the dad's death, and I thought maybe this is where they took up residence post, you know, Father's death. Apparently not then. Maybe they had that house from, like, if this was like a family house that they've had in the family for a while or whatever, right? I guess. And they just moved here to a house that they already had. They didn't acquire the house. They moved here to, like, one of their family homes. Okay. Interesting. So that's why Mycroft hates Sherry. There are many reasons why Mycroft hates Sherry. Chief among them, Mycroft's a dick, and he just hates everybody. And Sherlock happens to fall into the category of everybody. So...
Shiver me timbers, those were the king's men. They came for our booty and to make us dance the Hepham jig.
No, John, that's not right. It was someone else. Let me focus.
Yeah.